What is happening, people? Let's walk through a bit of a recap from yesterday. I took a loss. It was like a 2/3 of a loss on AU selling through this point. I probably could have gone break even, but I liked the read, at least coming down and take down this point. And I went through that yesterday in the Outlook. So if you wanted to look at the basis behind that trade, go and look there. If you want me to break this down, let me know. Now, coming into today, we've kind of just pushed up on everything and played out exactly what I wanted to. Yes, we have kind of got a reversal schematic playing out on GU at the moment. Like I said, we've taken out the liquidity we were targeting yesterday. There might have been a sell last night, possibly. No, you can't even really get into that either. Yeah, you could have had that set or even traded away from that, but there wasn't too much to really concern ourselves. Coming into today, I don't actually really have an outlook, if I'm being honest. I need some more price action. We're in the extreme of this move here. We're still working externally in this range here. We haven't, like, there's no decision or anything in that range. We've got extreme, high, low, next low, high. That's still my extreme. That's my internal. We've broken very internal of that range. I don't think this point will hold. And given where we are in the 4 hour, I think we're due for that little bit of a reversal. So I would like to sell. But to sell, I need this to be a trap. Now, in order to be a trap, we've now medium induced this low here. What broke through that low? You've got extreme, and point here. So I don't like it, but I'm okay to actually sell off of these. So what I'm coming in looking today is, and this is all I see. I don't actually see anything else. Is that from either or. Now, in terms of other options, buying off the take of this low. So realistically, off the take of that low, I'm quite happy to do the opposite. So I don't really like buying off the take of this low. You can do it, but I just don't like the point. But it would give a medium inducement into a mitigation. I think this will more likely be, like, if we break this low, it'll be a sell to buy like that. So I am open to buying off of here and buying off of here, but just understanding that here is the more of the long-term approach, just given where we are with structure. And that's kind of all I'm seeing. Yeah, low, high. That's the decisional that we broke through here, more or less. We've acted off of this area here. That's more or less the decisional. So yeah, I like sells from that area. EU, I don't really see anything to do with EU. We've now taken a 15-minute low, which actually is this one here. And then that was the decisional of that low. So we've now medium induced. We've then broken to 15 minutes to the upside and broken again. In terms of what broke this low, you've got this area of decisional. Oops. You've got this area of decisional here that we can sell off of. So if we move slowly into this point, I'm okay to sell. If we push aggressively in this point, I will be looking at an inducement here to buy and continue with that momentum that way. Okay. Yeah, I just don't like, we need more structure. We're still bullish. So buys are the greater option. I don't want to buy from down here. So I'll either want to buy through this point or sell down to those equal lows, triple equal low area down here. So I think short-term sells to buyers on EU is the go. USDCAD still hasn't given us too much to work with. It's playing out to a T on a higher time frame. It's just not giving us anything we can do. We haven't broken 15-minute structure. I would at least need to come down to this area to even consider a buy. If we get down there, I'll have a look. I'm okay to buy just off of an internal structure and understanding where we are. So we've got obviously just internal breaks, like internal breaks. Valid area here. that's kind of been mitigated. So buying off of either of those two areas are definitely an option we can look at, and that kind of goes with EU and GU in the opposite direction. So either of those, ideally want to head down slowly to those points and then buy into them to look to buy into this area here. Okay. AU, like I said, I took a sell loss yesterday. I do just want to keep buying. We have now induced into the mitigation of this decisional, and we've pushed out of this. We've now taken an internal decisional. These shouldn't hold because all we've done is just broken once. I would say we actually buy through these, but this area here will hold. We are coming from a version of an extreme supply. I don't think it'll hold at all, mind you. What's the daily? It is the daily decisional, so it does hold a little bit of weight, so we should get a better reaction than we've gotten, but buys make sense. So AU for me kind of is off limits today. I don't really see a lot to do with that. Gold is in an awful position. We've kind of just been doing exactly what I wanted to do, but we've just got no structure, so not interested. And if we look at the DXY, we've now come all the way to that 4-hour low here, so we're in that extreme area, and now we're kind of either due for a retracement. So what's going to happen is we're going to take this liquidity and melt, or what we'll do is straight just push up and create a new possible higher high, come to this area, which may give us a reaction off of that, or we will just push and create a higher high. They're the options, I believe, on the DXY, and that'll kind of dictate what the other pairs do. But we are due for a retracement, at least to the upside today, which would be sells coming into today on EU, GU, AU, and then buys on USDCAD, which we've seen there. So we are in December. It is a slow month. I believe we have news tonight, a bit of news throughout this week, so we should get some movement. And yeah, we'll go on from there. Any questions, drop them below in the YouTube comments, chuck them in the Telegram, chuck them on my Instagram, and we can kind of answer those as we go. Let's have a good Tuesday and keep it rolling.